homely, noisy, and not a little crowded. But the opportunity for individuals on both sides is considerable. Dick Advocaat, the Dutch coach, will be looking most closely at Stan Falux of Sporting Lisbon, recalled to the colours after 2 years out, and a 21-year-old Edgar Davids, who's actually only completed 7 full games for his club Ajax during the course of this season. Such have been his problems with injuries. In all, the side shows 6 changes from that which beat Scotland at Hampden Park in March. Jack Charlton gives the second chance to Gary Kelly and Phil Babb, who did so well in the match in March against Russia. And the third new cap that day, Jason McAteer, is among the substitutes. It's an important night for Motherwell's Tommy Coyne, who'll be playing on his own up front, and bearing in mind that as many as 10 players are either injured or unavailable to Jack Charlton, there are many here who are playing for their ticket to the United States. The referee has a reputation of being a disciplinarian. Produced the highest number of yellow cards in the Bundesliga, Mr. Slamper, total of 48. Ireland attack the goal to our right, in their usual green and white. Holland in their usual orange. Here is Frank Rijkaard and Ronald Koeman, 2 of the absolute certainties to go to America. First touch for the new boy, Davids. Makes his debut today. They wanted to play him against Scotland, but he wasn't fit. First feed of the ball for Ed de Huy, one of the many in this side who played against England. Decisive match in Rotterdam. Won't need telling that Ronald Koeman played there, surely. Whelan. Wim Jonk, he's got a bit of a contest with the injured Jan Wouters as to which of the 2 will get in the side. Probably not room for both of them. Here's Roy. Jonk plays with Bergkamp for Inter Milan. Rijkaard came back to Ajax from AC Milan at the start of this season. Coyne, Townsend, Sheridan. McGoldrick has made a forward run. Here's Gary Kelly, showing good pace. And forcing Brian Roy to run all the way back. Very promising player, Gary Kelly of Leeds. What will be interesting, though, Liam, is where he can find a place in the side, because presumably Dennis Irwin will have the right-back position.
Well, that's right. There's real competition in midfield and at the back. But it's up front that Jack has got real problems, and that's why, as I say, he's using this system to try and sort it out. They have real pace on the flanks, and Gary Kelly is a real flying machine. So he could possibly play in front of Dennis Irwin.
Kelly will take the free kick. Staunton makes the first run. Townsend, and a brilliant save that denied Tommy Coyne. Wonderful save. It was a good header by Andy Townsend. He got up well, and Coyne got into the space, hit it truly, and de Huy turned it over the top. Possibly hit it a bit too straight. Koeman, who cleared. Second chance. Good strong punch by a very popular goalkeeper. Certainly filled the hole left by Hans van Breukelen.
Ireland have started very well, Barry, and that was a real chance there for Tommy Coyne. Always dangerous at set pieces, and Gary Kelly provided a good ball in for Andy Townsend. Great header across the box, and really Tommy Coyne should have knocked it away.
Davids. Goldrick, the extra man in covering. And all back by Coyne. Little flick from Bergkamp, gets it back. Was challenged just as he made the shot by Steve Staunton. Whelan. It's caught. Good cover by Kelly. Pace of Phelan making the run. Really good run. And Koeman has to come across and gets caught by the man behind him. Don't look too comfortable, the Dutch, to the pace offered by the Irish.
Jack Charlton would be delighted with that, the way they're breaking from the back. Phelan in particular.
Dutch coach. Good head on, good foot in by Moore, and he's got to do it again. Lucky Bonner, in fact, comes to claim. Right. Davids. Babb. Did well. McGoldrick down this right side, fed by Sheridan. Still Eddie McGoldrick. And the referee says no. He was stumbling to get there, and I suspect the referee was right, but even so, another good break by the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, I think Eddie was slightly unbalanced here, and it was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I think the referee made the right decision.
Good long ball by Koeman. That's a bit strong. And gave Bonner no chance at all.
That was the first slight mistake by Gary Kelly. That's his first mistake of the evening.
It's a long way back. The ball. Rijkaard this side heads it back. It's Bonner's. A few Irish supporters around me, and it's a very small stadium here at Tilburg. 3 Dutch substitutes warming up as half-time approaches. Pity that Coyne couldn't take that. Sandbergs. Rijkaard. A real save has been made at the Dutch end. He really shouldn't have been given the chance. Good run. Townsend. 2 in the middle. Oh, it's a good saving header by Frank de Boer. Took it away from the oncoming Coyne.
Yeah, they really are breaking well down that right-hand side, or there the Irish left, and they're giving Fallox a real tough time of it down there. They're getting in behind him time and time again.
It's a waste. It's one of the few areas where one could be critical. The set pieces haven't been as good as usual. Davids. Roy. Kelly might have dived in, didn't. Same could have been said for Phelan. Bergkamp. 3 in the box for Holland. Good, solid challenge by Phelan. Bergkamp. Not quite what he intended. Koeman. Sheridan's head. Townsend. Picked up by Staunton. Well, that's the last action of a very, very good first half for the Republic of Ireland. It's 0-0. It ought really to have been 1-0. Coyne having the chance of the match, but he hit it too straight. But that apart, I would think Jack Charlton will be very pleased with his team. No changes in the Irish side. 3 changes on the Dutch side at the start of the second half. The 3 to go off: Wim Jonk, Dennis Bergkamp and Ronald Koeman. And on in their place, wearing 12, Aaron Winter, 14, John de Wolf, and 15, Gaston Talmont.
I think with those substitutions, Dick Advocat is probably looking after the clubs, barring as much as that Jonk and Bergkamp have a European final next week. And of course, Ronald Koeman is still involved in the European Cup with Barcelona.
Phillips has had to take over the Koeman role in the second half. Frank de Boer. Davids. Finds himself a bit of space for the first time. Good clearance by Phelan. Good running. Winter comes back to him, and on the few occasions when there wasn't that much support then for Terry Phelan, sometimes his pace is so quick it's difficult for others to keep up with him. Given away, and Phillips. Better from him. Rijkaard. Overmars. Didn't see much of the ball in the first period. When he did, he didn't get away from Terry Phelan. De Boer. Winter. Long clip cross. And Pat Bonner able to watch the shot from Ronald de Boer go away. Didn't really strike it very cleanly. Several bounces past the post.
Just looking at the Irish midfield and just wondering, Barry, whether they can last this pace. They really are closing down the Dutch midfield players. I'm just wondering whether the Dutch have paced themselves and have a little bit more left in the tank.
Use of the hand. Irish free kick. Overmars the offender. Five up at the moment for Ireland. One by de Boer. Roy really has had no change at all out of Kelly. That's a good break. This is Sheridan. He was onside. Real chances here for Ireland. And they lead. And Coyne, who missed the chance of the first half, makes sure with his first chance of the second half. Really good break. They looked at the linesman. The linesman said no problems with Sheridan. And the Irish around me are certainly dancing a jig. Tommy Coyne scoring his 4th goal for his country. It was Sheridan who made the break. Coyne the finish.
Yeah, that all started with a good interception by Gary Kelly. McGoldrick found Sheridan on a run, and John really does take his time about choosing his options. And he did very well there just to square it across the face of the goal, and Tommy Coyne knocked it in. And actually had Steve Staunton coming in behind him, queuing up to knock it in. Great break from Ireland. We talked about that in the first half. Got the midfield players making runs from deep, and it's paid dividends. They're 1-up.
Goal in the 55th minute. All the Irish substitutes doing limbering up exercises. Not a moment, I think, that Pat Bonner would like to see repeated. The Bolton tried to get to it. Talment. In the end, it was a powder puff shot. Aston Talment, 23-year-old from Farnord. Quite happy to let him turn there. De Boer. Overmars. Good pressure by the Irish. In the end, they concede the free kick. McAteer just a little bit too keen for his own good. But collectively, they were making it devilishly difficult for Holland to build. Here's Talment. Free kick given against Moran for the push from behind. Oakes. Overmars. Townsend. Good touch to Sheridan, good use by Sheridan. Neat play by McAteer, break by Gary Kelly. Good football, and he's got away. Coyne is in the middle. So is Folks. Coyne has to get back onside. Nice little touch through. And Townsend is surely offside. Flag was a bit late to go up, but he certainly was offside.
Well, we've got some great football there from Ireland. Firstly, to get the ball back. The closing down on the Dutch has been tremendous. They haven't had a second on the ball as soon as they come up around the halfway line. And then some great passing. Got Kelly away. McAteer showed his class. And really a lot to be pleased with tonight for Jack Charlton.
Goal kick. Off the head of Rijkaard. Coughlin. Boyle so keen to get a touch, he might here. Came off the feet of Folks for the corner. Certainly been scurrying everywhere since he came on. I think that's the first time he's actually made contact with the ball.
Yes, that's his first touch. He's had a good season for Bolton, Owen Coyle. And I saw him play against Arsenal up at Burnham Park, and he played very, very well.
Staunton to take the corner. Comes to Andy Townsend. Little disappointed with himself. Made the angle, but wrong side of the post. He'd be disappointed he didn't actually force De Hoy to make a save. Well, it will even the contest up as 5 victories apiece over the years between these two countries. Roy decides to leave the corner to Overmars. Encouragement from the packed house, although it only holds about 12,000 here at the Willem II Stadium. De Wolf looking to get his head on it. Head, in fact, belonged to Townsend. It's not away yet. Oh, came off the woodwork. Header by De Boer. Ronald De Boer. Coyle. Looking up to see who's going to go for the cross. It's a corner. Definite escape. And we're now playing the time the German referee is allowing for stoppages. And in fact, it was Frank De Boer who got up, and it was off the crossbar. Hit long. De Wolf just got a bit of it. Otherwise, Coyle might have had a chance at a shot. Rijkaard. Irish supporters, and there were quite a few encouraging the final whistle. Talment in chase, definitely pushed his man first. Free kick is given.
There's a great example there of Gary Kelly's pace. He really has a problem in his full-back position. Dennis Irwin's having a great season for Manchester United, albeit playing on at left-back. But this Gary Kelly's really staked his claim for a place at the right-back position.
And the Republic of Ireland have gained a memorable skull. Jack Charlton comes off smiling. It's no more than that. These are preparatory matches for the World Cup. But in a different style, they have played really well here in Tilburg and fully merited the one-goal victory. The goal scored by Tommy Coyne in the 55th minute.
You really put the pressure on them and really battled. I expect you have to sustain that over 90 minutes in every game you play.
Yes, it is, and it'd be difficult in the World Cup with the heat and everything. But then again, you know, we've got to practice a little bit. We know when we do it that when we know when we go, we've got to go. And then there are times we showed today that if we don't have to go, we can hang on to the ball, and we've got players who can play on it as well. People never give us credit for that. That we've also got, not only have we got good hard-working players, we've got players who can play.
And there have been performances tonight which will please you as a manager.
Oh, tremendous. I mean,
Tommy
John
Coyne.
Sheridan was brilliant. Tommy Coyne up front was wonderful. I thought the young boy Kelly got a little bit lost in the first half a couple of times and let the fella turn and face him a few when he should have been up. But he did it better in the second half. Kevin Moran keeps amazing me. He picks up the game, reads the game wonderfully well, competed. The boy Phil Babb. I mean, I said to Phil, you came of age tonight, Phil. I've never really been confident in Phil, but tonight he showed he can play, he can compete, and he did it wonderfully well. I thought he'll do me.
Competition in your squad now for World Cup places is going to be very tight.
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you, there'll be one or two of them that didn't come this trip. I'll be looking and thinking, bloody hell, you know. And that's nice. It's nice.
Nice to come to Holland and win too. It's never easy here.
It's never easy, Holland. I mean, when you have a football career as a manager and an international manager, you know, if you can beat we beat the Brazilians once. We only played them once, but we beat them. We beat the Dutch tonight. You know, there are international teams that are of real high standing. That when you beat them, gives you a bit of a glow. I got a glow tonight. I'm delighted at the result.
I expect with a result like that now, America can't come quick enough now.
It gives us a lot more confidence to go into a game knowing that the game we play works. Our next game is against Bolivia and Dublin. You know, with that sort of an attitude and a work rate, they better watch out. And then we've got West Germany away at the end of May. Now if the Germans are here tonight, they'll look at it and say, well, we can't mess about with this lot. You know, you can't mess about with the Irish.
You can't mess about with Jack. He's got an extraordinary record, Alan, because 10 defeats in 75 games as the Irish manager. That's an extraordinary record.
That's absolutely remarkable. Now, to be honest, I thought they'd gone a bit. But they go there to Holland.
You felt the team was getting a bit
old? Yeah, I thought they
old,
maybe getting a bit old. I think that the most important part tonight, they had 5 or 6 players that were playing for the place in the States, and I think it showed the Dutch were disappointing. I really don't rate the Dutch myself. I thought England should have beaten them twice in the World Cup qualifiers. But again, the Irish performance was remarkable. We played the system 5 midfield. They closed it down very quickly.
That's their game, isn't it?
As he said, it'll be difficult in the heat in the States to play that sort of game for 90 minutes for 3 games where you're closing down quickly, not letting the opposition play. Tonight I thought the fullbacks were very good. It's imperative in that system that you don't let them get behind you. Now, they got behind the Irish once, and it was the only chance they had in the game. The 2 fullbacks were excellent, both defensively and getting forward. And here we have Bergkamp in the ball. He plays it out to Overmars. Now, Phelan does well. He doesn't back off into the box, and it's a great challenge, and there's no way through there. On the other side, we had Kelly. He's up against Brian Roy here. Now, he's really quick, but Kelly forces him down the line, a lot of pace, and again, there's no way round the back for Brian Roy. We pick up Phelan here. Now, he's absolutely catching pigeons. It's a case of opening the gates here. Look how quick he is. It's unbelievable. A great pass from Staunton. And the Phelan run has caused Cohen to come back. He makes a mistake. McGoldrick plays it into the box, but unfortunately for Ireland, there's nobody there. But Kelly again here, you watch him with Brian Roy. He sprints forward, leaves Roy. Then a good challenge, and watch the pace here. It really is lightningly quick, and he gets in, and I think that's a great ball in the box. And then, unfortunately for Ireland, there's nobody there. And the one drawback to the system, and it showed tonight, is that there's not a lot of support for the front man. When the ball was coming into the box, there's only the one man there, and really, if you're going to score goals, you've got to have more support than that.
This young Kelly's a fine player. Plays with Leeds, of course.
He's had a terrific season. I think he's a great player for the future, and tonight's shown he's got a terrific chance of going to the States.
He might have an abundance of fullbacks, because Dennis Irwin, of course, didn't play today.
Well, and it's a nice problem to have for Jack Charlton. On the other side, you've got Phelan and Staunton playing 2 fullbacks. They might do the same on the right-hand side. You might have Irwin playing and Kelly in front of him. And it's a system that can work well, because if one goes forward, the other just fills in.
But in the heat of New York and Florida in the summer, it'll be tough.
It'll be tough for them. I don't think they're going to score that many goals, but on the other hand, they won't lose that many. I think it'll be quite tight for the Irish.
Alan, thanks very much for the moment. We'll continue with international football in just a second or two, but first, tonight's domestic results. First of all, Oldham and Spurs. That match was postponed, I should say, because of a waterlogged pitch. But here are the results. In Division 1, Derby won, Notts County won. Derby equalised with an injury-time goal by Dijkstra. Millwall won, Wolves 0. Dave Mitchell with an 84th-minute winner for Millwall. Well, Palace, of course, are already up, but tonight's win for Millwall has moved them up to 3rd. Forest, though, remain favourites to fill that 2nd automatic promotion place. And Arsenal midfielder John Jensen could be ruled out of next month's European Cup Winners' Cup final after tearing knee ligaments during a 3-1 win for Denmark over Hungary tonight. And a spot of rugby league news, Wigan remain favourites to win their 5th consecutive Division 1 title after beating Castleford 21-12 at Central Park tonight. Wigan lead Bradford and Warrington on points difference. Each side have 1 match left to play. Back to the international football now, and tonight Northern Ireland were starting their campaign to qualify for the European Championship finals, which of course are being held in England in 1996. Tonight's opponents at Windsor Park, Liechtenstein, and the commentary from Jackie Fullerton.
Here's the Northern Ireland team, and Brian Hamilton caused a bit of a shock when he left out Stephen Morrow and Phil Gray, who scored the goals last month in the friendly win over Romania. Nigel Worthington, he returns after injury at fullback in place of Morrow, and for tactical reasons, Ian Dowie gets the nod over Gray. Hamilton going for the more aggressive style of the Southampton striker. A 4-4-2 formation, but expect to see Kevin Wilson and Michael Hughes getting forward on the flanks at every chance. And it's quite a night for these men as they represent their country in its first competitive international. They're all amateurs, and the side includes, amongst others, bankers, a teacher, accountants, and a vineyard worker. The sweeper and captain Roland Moser is the oldest on the team. He's 31, and the baby of the side at 19 is their main striker, Mario Frick. Referee tonight from Holland, Mr. Lunge. So history is made as Liechtenstein start their first competitive international, their first tentative steps in the big time. That's Zek, the man who works in a vineyard. Very pleasant evening here at Windsor Park. The Windsor Park pitch is dry and firm, but slightly hard, and a bit... The ball will bobble quite a bit, I would think. Strong, aggressive run there from young Lomas. Wins the free kick. So Magilton to take it. Dowie gets it down. Quinn, he could be in here. And the old 1-2, the partnership of Quinn and Dowie works again. A 9th international goal for the Reading striker. Dowie got the knockdown, and after that, well, it's a formality. Just over 4 minutes on the watch, and exactly the start Northern Ireland would have wanted. Quinn, well, he doesn't miss from there, does he? Taggart there with a firm header. Hughes, he'll make it a busy evening, I think, for these Liechtenstein defenders. Hughes, here's Quinn, lining it up. But it sails well wide of the post in the end, looking for a second of the night. Jimmy Quinn. And he's so full of confidence, he can hit them from 25 yards. Taggart loves to come forward, Jerry Taggart. Down he goes, and he's won the free kick. Jerry Taggart, his 26th cap tonight. He's got 5 international goals, so that's a sign that he does like to get forward. There he is, the big man from Barnsley. Down he goes, free kick given. Magilton it is. It's off ahead, the keeper comes. Wilson, is it over the line? It is. It's in now. And it's Lomas. Now, Kevin Wilson may claim it, but the referee didn't signal. Let's see it. Is it a first international goal for Lomas? Off the head of Wilson. Kept out, off the bar. And Lomas finishing it off. So a different angle here. Wilson, good brave header. There it is, off the bar. And Lomas, first goal. So it was off the head of a Liechtenstein defender. Keeper came, Wilson did well. Under the bar. And there's Lomas with the finish. Lomas. And space here for Taggart to move forward again. Worthington. Hughes, good run. The skipper goes across Moser to close him down. Bit of artistry from Hughes. Good ball in. Dowie, can he turn? Got the ricochet, straight to the keeper. But always a willing target up front, says Ian Dowie. Another good cross supplied. Dowie, it wasn't a bad touch, but closed on to the credit of Liechtenstein, and keeper's ball. Mr. Hamilton on the bench, first competitive game for him, and the best of starts. So the crowd, will they be pleased at 2-0? Some 12 minutes left of this first half. Won by Lomas. Quinn. Good touch for a big man, Jimmy Quinn. Magilton. Nice control from Magilton. And that's a good ball. Worthington hits it long. Wilson. Dowie in there. Here's Kevin Wilson, gets it forward. Quinn, oh, he's controlled it well, 3-0. And that's quite a finish from Jimmy Quinn. They're on their feet. Goal number 40 of the season. And his 10th international goal. Brought it down superbly, and the finish was stunning. (3-0), 11 minutes of this first half remaining, and he buried it. And the last man to get 2 in a game for Northern Ireland was Jerry Taggart, back in February of '91, with a 3-1 win here over Poland in a friendly. And Quinn, 2 more, and he's now only 3 short of Colin Clark's all-time record. And what a season he's having, the 34-year-old, and he just keeps going. Wilson. Frick had to turn. Ian Dowie brought down. Play on, says the referee, plays the advantage. Magilton, Northern Ireland in full flight. Worthington gives it to Hughes. Taggart leaves the cross to Nigel Worthington. He decided to play it short. Hughes, oh, that's good running by Michael Hughes. Lovely skill. Magilton, oh, it's off the bar. But another very fine move from Northern Ireland. Magilton so unlucky. And just listen to the Windsor Park crowd. Worthington, oh, Quinn, the flick, he's dropped it. And it's all happening, isn't it? Hughes, lovely skill, set it up. Magilton hit it so well, off the woodwork. Taggart finds Dowie. Magilton, Quinn makes the run, got the header. Wilson gets it again. Dowie bustling his way through, lobs it forward, and into the net for number 4. Uri can't believe it. 3.5 minutes gone of the second half. Big, strong striker, and very cool, wasn't he? I thought he was looking for Quinn. He was looking for goal. And Dowie, he got one against Blackburn on Saturday to help Southampton's relegation battle. And here he is getting a 4th for Northern Ireland and his 3rd international goal. So Northern Ireland, they scored one after 4.5 minutes in the first half, and now 3.5 minutes in the second half. And Hughes. And that's the 11th time we've scored 4 goals in an international, but the first time we've scored 4 in a European Championship game. Worthington. Here's Hughes. Ron Moser. Oh, good cross. Oh, it's a great header. And Jimmy Quinn was so unlucky. Almost in for the hat-trick. But good applause for the keeper, and he deserves it. Marvellous header. Marvellous save. Almost number 5. Frick did well to keep it in. Oh, that's a good ball from the young man. Frick to pick it up, try his luck. And he tried to place it. And giving Tommy Wright something to do. Quinn, good control on the chest. Here's Hughes. Who's giving Quadrer a real nasty time down the side. Hughes, he hit it well. Wilson, but he couldn't get any real power into the rebounding header, but he certainly hit the shot, didn't he, Michael Hughes? And Uri did well again. Danger again from Michael Hughes. Magilton gives it to Worthington. Hughes, and just look at the space. Dowie in the middle, Quinn in the middle. Here's Quinn. Oh, Magilton! And that was Moser with the challenge. And he did well, the skipper, because it was odds on a goal. Quinn with the header. Magilton, and Moser did well. Here's Donachie. A rare excursion upfield from Al Donachie. Lomas feeds it wide to Wilson. They're queuing up in the middle. Oh, here's Quinn. It just wouldn't come down. It almost hit the corner flag. It's not away yet. Wilson. Down he goes, and the free kick given. And Jimmy's explaining what went wrong with the hat-trick. Controlled off the chest, it just wouldn't come down for him to hit it. Michael Hughes makes his way across to take it. Dowie there, Quinn there. Mal Donachie is up, Taggart is up. And it comes, oh, it's off the post! Hughes gets it in again. Donachie, up goes Dowie. But a bit of pushing and the free kick given out. And I do believe that was Mal Donachie who got the header. It was indeed looking for his very first international goal on this, his 89th appearance, but it wasn't to be. And Northern Ireland, well, they can't afford to lose their concentration at this stage. Goal difference counts, of course, in the European Championship. And Northern Ireland, if they win tonight, and they'll certainly do that, they'll start off with 3 points. For the first time, the European Championships, 3 points for a win. So, free kick for Liechtenstein. Wolfgang Ostfeld to take it. Oh, it's not away yet. It's in the net. And what a moment for Daniel Hassler. Their first European Championship game, and a moment to remember, a moment to savour, and smiles all round on the bench. 7 minutes left, and I was saying that Northern Ireland couldn't afford to lose their composure, their concentration. They did. And Tommy Wright, in the end, he's had nothing to do all night. He had no chance. And Northern Ireland and manager Hamilton will not be pleased about this. Good finish, though. We are now into time added on as Martin Uri, he's conceded 4, but as I've said before, he did well, handling a few crosses. And the referee brings it all to an end. A 4-1 win for Northern Ireland. Applause all round the ground for the Northern Ireland victory, but also for a brave performance from Liechtenstein. 2 goals from Jimmy Quinn, 1 from Stephen Lomas, 3-0 at half-time, and a goal early in the second half from Ian Dowie, but then Hassler got the Liechtenstein goal towards the end. There's Jimmy Quinn. A good night for him with 2 goals. He'll feel he might have had more, he wanted more. They've enjoyed it, and generous with their applause. But Brian Hamilton, he's played 2 as a manager, he's won 2, and it's the start he wanted in Europe. First half particularly, it was a good performance.
I thought it was. I thought we played some very good football. They got a lot of people behind the ball. They defended in numbers. We got the early goal we wanted. And I thought some of the actual power play was very good. Some of the passing was good. And even in the second half, when we lost our way just a little bit, I thought we played some very attractive football, and we really got in where it hurts in the goal area.
Fair to say, Liechtenstein defended well at times.
Yeah, you know, they did great. I mean, they're very nice people, and you can tell they enjoy their football. They came here to make it very difficult for us. They had a party. When they scored the goal, it was fantastic for them. Obviously disappointing for us, but I think everybody should be pleased tonight. Northern Ireland have had a good performance, a very convincing win. Liechtenstein have scored a goal, so maybe everybody should go away pleased.
Well, I'm sure they did accept that that had to be just a formality, didn't it, Alan?
Yeah, they say there's no easy games, but
there are some.
Yeah, maybe San Marino would be easier than that, but not much in it, I'm afraid.
They score quickly, though.
Yeah, they scored a bit quicker, about 7 seconds into the game. But it's hard for Northern Ireland. They're in a difficult group. They've got
Portugal next.
Yeah, Portugal and Austria next, and I would say they've got to take 3 points minimum to have any chance of qualifying. That's never going to be easy.
And of course, once again, they've got the Republic of Ireland.
Yeah, they're up
too.
against it. It's a difficult group for them. Some nice sides in there, and I hope they put on a good showing.
Thank you. Well, of course, Wales just missed out on World Cup qualification tonight. They were up against another of the countries who will be playing in the USA this summer, and that's Sweden. Well, Wales went into the match without big-name stars. Giggs, Hughes, Saunders all missing, but they were looking for their first ever win over the Swedes. The match in Wrexham, the commentary from Tony Gubber.
Having failed by a penalty kick to qualify for the World Cup, Wales are still regrouping under